Everyday English Podcast
by English Talking Today.
Okay, so I want to ask you something, David. And I mean really ask you, not just small talk.
Uh-oh. Should I be worried?
Maybe a little. Okay, so how much of your day do you think is actually useful? Like, how much of it really matters?
That's a big question for a Tuesday morning.
Right? But seriously, think about it. You wake up, you go through your day, work, eat, maybe scroll on your phone for a while.
Okay, guilty. Definitely guilty on the scrolling part.
So if you had to give a number, like a percentage, how much of your day is spent on things that actually matter to you?
I want to say like 50%. But honestly, probably more like 30, maybe less.
See, that's what I thought too when I really sat down and thought about it. And here's something that kind of hit me hard. The average person only has about 4,000 weeks in their entire life.
Wait, 4,000 weeks? That sounds like a lot until you actually do the math.
Exactly. If you're 30 years old right now, you've already used up more than 1,500 of those weeks.
Okay, I did not need to hear that today. But also, I kind of did.
That's kind of the whole point. Not to scare you, but to wake you up a little. Because time, it's the one thing we can never get back.
And we treat it so casually. Like we'll say, oh, I'll do that someday. Someday, someday, someday.
Oh, someday, that word. Ugh.
It's like the most dangerous word, right? Because it sounds harmless, it sounds hopeful even, but really it just means never.
Yes, it's like, okay, imagine you're sitting on a really comfortable couch and you keep telling yourself, I'll get up in a minute, but you never actually get up.
That is way too real. That's me every Sunday afternoon.
Same, honestly. But that's the thing. That couch is comfortable. That's why we stay. Someday feels safe. It takes away the pressure.
But it also takes away the action. And if there's no action, nothing changes.
Right. So one of the best things you can do, and this is something I've actually tried, is to replace the word someday with a real date, a specific date.
Oh, that's interesting. So instead of I'll learn Spanish someday, it's
I'm going to start learning Spanish on the 15th of this month. Boom. Suddenly it's real.
that actually works?
It works way better than someday. Because your brain needs something concrete. It needs to see a target. Otherwise, it just floats.
Like a balloon with no string.
Yes, exactly like that. And even better than a specific date, just start today. Start small. If you want to read more, read 1 page today. If you want to exercise, take a 10-minute walk today.
The small steps. They seem too small sometimes, right? Like you think, that can't possibly matter.
But it does, because small steps create momentum. And momentum, that means movement. That energy that builds up when you keep going, that's what gets you somewhere.
Okay, so we have someday as the enemy and small steps as a solution. What else?
So, okay, this one really changed how I think about my day. Have you ever heard of something called the deathbed test?
The deathbed test? That sounds intense, Jane.
I know, but stay with me. The idea is, imagine you're very old, like 90 years old, and you're looking back at your whole life, and you ask yourself, what mattered?
Oh, wow.
Like, will you look back and think, I'm so glad I answered all those work emails on Saturday?
Probably not, no.
Or will you think, I'm so glad I took that trip with my family. I'm so glad I was there for my friend when she needed me.
Yeah, you think about the people, the moments.
Exactly. And I think about that when I'm deciding how to spend my time. Like, will this matter to me at the end? If the answer is no, then maybe it doesn't deserve as much of my time as I'm giving it.
That's such a powerful way to think about it. It's like it clears away all the noise, right? All the stuff that feels urgent but isn't actually important.
Yes. And there's a difference between urgent and important, right? Like, a notification on your phone feels urgent, but is it important?
Almost never.
Almost never. So what I do every morning, and this is something really simple that anyone can try, is I ask myself, what are the 3 most important things I need to do today?
Just 3?
Just 3. And those 3 things, those are my non-negotiables. That means no matter what, I will get those done. Everything else is secondary.
I like that. It stops you from trying to do everything and ending up doing nothing well.
Exactly. Because when everything is a priority, nothing is a priority.
Okay, so the top 3 rule. I'm writing that down. But what about distractions? Because even if I have my 3 priorities, I still get pulled away. Social media, notifications.
Oh, social media. The black hole of time.
The black hole, yes. You go in for 5 minutes and whoosh, it's been an hour.
And you didn't even enjoy it, really. You just scrolled, and then felt a little empty after.
Yeah, it's not even satisfying. It's just habit.
So one thing that really helped me, I turned off notifications for my social apps, like completely off.
Did that feel scary at first?
A little. I felt like I was missing out on something. But after a few days, I realized I wasn't missing anything. I was actually gaining time.
That's the irony, right? We think we'll miss out, but really we're missing out on our own life by being on the phone.
Exactly. And it's not just social media. It's any habit that eats your time without giving you anything back. One way to figure out what those habits are is to keep a time log.
A time log? Can you explain that for our listeners who might not know?
Sure. A time log is basically just a record of how you spend your time. Like you write down or type what you're doing every hour or so throughout the day.
And then at the end of the day, you look at it and go, oh no.
Kind of, yes. Because most of us think we're pretty productive, but when you actually see it written out, you realize where the time is really going.
It's like tracking your spending. You think you're not spending much, but then you check your bank account and
there it is. All those little things add up. Same with time. Little distractions add up to hours.
I think I'd be scared to track my time for a week.
It's a little uncomfortable, but it's worth it. I found almost an extra hour a day just by cutting back on things I didn't even realize I was doing.
An hour a day? That's 7 hours a week. That's basically a whole extra day.
Right? It's huge. And what do you do with that time? You invest it in things that actually matter. Experiences, real ones.
Oh, this is something I feel strongly about. Things versus experiences.
Yes. Okay, so you buy something, right? Like a new gadget or a fancy item. You're excited for maybe a week,
If that.
and then it just sits there. But experiences, memories, those stay with you forever.
I remember this road trip I took with 2 of my closest friends, like 3 years ago. We went across Vietnam, and honestly, that trip comes up in conversation all the time. It was one of the best things I've done.
See? And you didn't say, I remember that expensive gadget I bought. You said the road trip.
Yeah, I definitely don't think about any gadget that fondly.
Experiences create stories, and stories are how we connect with people, how we remember our lives.
So the takeaway is spend your time and money on doing things, not just having things.
Beautifully put. And here's something else, something I think we don't talk about enough. The idea of time wealth.
Time wealth. Okay, so wealth usually means money, right? But time wealth is...
Time wealth means having control over your own schedule. It means having the freedom to spend your time the way you want.
And that's separate from having a lot of money.
Completely. I have a friend. She got a really high-paying job, and we were all so happy for her. But then she was working 80 hours a week.
80 hours.
80 hours. She had the money, but she had no time for her family, no time for her hobbies. She couldn't even enjoy what she had earned.
That's heartbreaking, because what's the point of earning if you have no time to live?
Exactly. So the goal isn't just financial success. The goal is a life that feels balanced, a life you actually have time to enjoy.
Time is like... Okay, you said something earlier about a blank canvas?
Oh yes, time is like a blank canvas. The more of it you control, the more you can paint the life you really want.
I love that. Okay, so we've talked about priorities, distractions, experiences, time wealth. What about multitasking? Because I used to think I was great at it.
So did I. And then I realized multitasking is kind of a myth.
A myth?
When we try to do multiple things at once, we're not actually doing them all well. We're just switching back and forth really fast, and our brain gets tired.
Like, I used to try to answer messages, cook dinner, and watch something on TV at the same time.
How did that go?
Burnt food, unread messages, and I couldn't tell you what the show was about.
That's multitasking. You think you're being productive. Productive means getting things done efficiently, but you're actually doing everything worse.
So single tasking is the answer. One thing at a time.
One thing fully. And when you're fully present, that means really there, really focused. You actually enjoy it more too. Like cooking can be relaxing if you're just cooking. Chopping, stirring, smelling the food.
Instead of burning it. Instead of burning it, yes.
Okay, and rest. Let's talk about rest, because I think a lot of people feel guilty about resting. Oh, so guilty. Like resting feels lazy, like you should be doing something.
But rest is actually important for productivity, getting things done well.
Rest is a productivity booster. That means it actually helps you do more, not less. Think of it like your phone. If you never charge it, it dies.
And you can't do anything with a dead phone.
Exactly. So I started scheduling downtime. That's time to just rest and recharge on my calendar, like an actual appointment.
That's brilliant, because if it's on the calendar, you actually do it.
And it makes a huge difference. You come back to your work feeling clear, energized, focused.
I also want to mention something called reflection. Taking a little time at the end of the day, or even just 10 minutes, to ask yourself, did I use my time on things that matter today?
That's so good. Because without reflection, that means thinking back on what you did and why, you can just keep going on autopilot, day after day, doing the same things without asking if they're really right for you.
And one last thing, time buffers.
Yes, this one changed my life, honestly.
A time buffer is extra time you leave in your schedule, right?
Yes, instead of packing every minute with something, you leave gaps, breathing room.
Because if you don't, one little thing goes wrong and your whole day falls apart.
Like dominoes. One falls and they all go down.
But if you have buffers, that free space, you can handle the unexpected. And sometimes those free moments are when the best things happen.
Spontaneous conversations, a walk you didn't plan, a great idea that came to you because your mind had space to breathe.
So it's not about doing more. It's about doing what matters, with space to live in between.
That's it. That's really it. Life is short, but that's also what makes it precious. And when we're intentional, that means making thoughtful, aware choices about how we spend our time, we build a life that feels full and meaningful.
So, to our listeners, think about one thing today. Just one thing you can do differently with your time. Maybe it's replacing someday with a real date. Maybe it's putting your phone down for an hour. Maybe it's scheduling some rest. Whatever it is.
Take that one small step. Because small steps, done consistently, that means regularly over time, become big changes.
If you enjoyed today's episode, please subscribe to English Talking Today so you never miss a new episode. And if this helped you, share it with a friend who's learning English too.
Like the video, leave us a comment. We love hearing from you. And we'll see you in the next episode of English Talking Today.
Take care of your time, everyone. It's the most valuable thing you have.
Bye for now.